two men triumphant.
Artist who's been practicing his craft for years. Recently in the Mojave Desert, he faced his ultimate challenge.
Stuntman Dennis Goble is going to attempt an escape that would do Houdini proud.
A private security man carefully checks his equipment for lock picks, files, or any other tools that might later help Dennis free himself.
The guard can find nothing among Dennis Goble's gear. He will even check the parachute, which, if all goes well, will bring Dennis safely back to the ground.
The parachute is the final element of this never-before-tried stunt. Before Dennis can pull the ripcord, he's going to have to escape from an 1,100-pound safe that will be hurled out of the back of this cargo plane.
This extraordinary aerial safe escape is being supervised and coordinated by expert stuntman Dar Robinson.
The safe with Dennis inside will be dropped from an altitude of 12,500 feet.
Dar will skydive down with Dennis and the safe. Two cameramen will record the attempt in the air.
A few days earlier, Dar performed a test drop with an empty safe nearly identical to the one that Dennis Goble will be inside. Dar wanted to see how the safe would behave in the air, and he wanted to test a small drogue chute that would slow the safe's fall from 200 to 100 miles an hour.
It was not a flawless test. The drogue chute ripped off as it opened. If Dennis Goble had been inside, there would have been no chance for escape.
Dar reinforced the drogue chute and has double-checked all the equipment. This drop will not be a test. Everything's now for real. When the safe leaves the plane, Dennis Goble will be inside it. He'll have 40 seconds to make his escape, an escape that involves much more than just forcing open the door.
For one thing, Dennis will be handcuffed. In addition to the handcuffs, Dennis will have to free himself from 14 pounds of galvanized steel chain.
The chain will be wrapped around his body and secured by 3 double-locking padlocks.
The success of Dennis's daring stunt will also hinge on other factors, on questions that can't be answered with certainty. Will the drogue chute hold? Could the shock of the drogue chute opening knock Dennis unconscious? If the safe falls with the door facing the ground, will the wind pressure make it impossible to open? Each question presents an unpredictable risk that every stuntman must face and accept if he tries what has never been done.
In a matter of moments, Dennis Goble will be speeding toward the ground. From 12,500 feet, the safe will hit the desert floor in exactly 80 seconds. Dennis will have only half that time to engineer his escape.
The safe is now locked. Everything's ready, and there they go.
In a moment, we'll witness Dennis Goble's incredible escape attempt.
What happens when an escape artist tries to free himself from a safe that's been dropped from an airplane.
From more than 2 miles above the California desert, stuntman Dennis Goble is ready to attempt a seemingly impossible feat.
Dennis now enters a steel safe from which he will try to escape while falling toward the ground at over 100 miles an hour.
He must free himself from the handcuffs and chains, open the safe from inside, and then parachute to safety, all in less than 40 seconds.
The safe is locked, and there he goes. The small drogue parachute will slow the safe to about 125 miles an hour. At that speed, it will collide with the ground in exactly 80 seconds.
The drogue chute failed during the earlier test drop, but thankfully this time it held. You are watching slow-motion film of the drop. Everything is happening at 1/2 actual speed. If Dennis cannot free himself and then make his escape in 40 seconds or less, the safe will become his coffin. So far, 18 seconds of real time have elapsed.
If Dennis can make his way out in time, he faces still another problem. Before he can open his parachute, he must skydive well away from the safe to prevent being struck by it in midair.
The door is open. Dennis Goble has made his aerial escape. He's skydiving as far away from the safe as he can before he pulls his ripcord. He accomplished his escape in only 24 seconds.
He pops the parachute. Now watch the 1,000-pound safe pass him on the left. There it goes. Luckily, Dennis Goble is not still inside.
Now Dennis comes in for his landing, a new world's first under his belt.
My heart's hurting.
All right.
Here it is again. Safe's out. Dar Robinson and the cameraman follow it down.
While Dennis Goble struggles to free himself from the handcuffs and chains, the safe small drogue parachute starts to stabilize the fall. 12 seconds have passed, and in as much more time, Dennis will have escaped.
The door opens and Dennis is out, getting as far away from the safe as he can.
Finally, he opens his parachute. Now watch the safe passing by.
Incredible courage, daring, and skill have brought Dennis Goble safely back down.